Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering surprising books written by ghostwriters. Some of the most famous books of all time were written with additional help, and some of these hidden collaborators could shock you. By the end of this video, you will learn the widespread nature of ghostwriting, even for books in the Hardy Boys series. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free resource I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. So many books were written with the help of a ghostwriter. Books that you probably haven't even thought about. The Bible was written with the help of lots of ghostwriters. Some of those ghostwriters wrote many books, and some of those ghostwriters wrote few books of the Bible. So it's interesting seeing the overlapping themes of basically different stylings, different writing styles, different writing voices emerging among those ghostwriters, and seeing how those different ghostwriting styles played into what the Bible would become. Two books by presidential figures that were written with the help of ghostwriters were Ulysses Grant's memoir, which was written by Mark Twain, and JFK's Profiles in Courage, which was written with the help of Ted Sorensen, who was a longtime collaborator of Kennedy's. This was just an iconic book of the 1950s, and JFK had help in writing it. There's oftentimes rumors or speculation around popular books, and it's tough to know sometimes. It's tough to know if the author wrote it themselves or if they had some help. A lot of times those people aren't listed, so we really don't know. Books like the Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys series were actually written by many different authors, but they're all under specific pseudonyms. In those cases, they're Carolyn Keene and Franklin W. Dixon. So it's interesting to think that generations of authors could be writing these books under pseudonyms, and these are ghostwriters. They're ghostwritten. They're written on behalf of other people. So many different books through the years have been rumored or speculated to have been written by ghostwriters. Some of them haven't, some of them have. And that's what's mysterious and interesting and fascinating about it. For example, the Goosebumps series by R.L. Stine, the popular books from the 1990s. There's just been a lot of speculation and wonder about that. It's just interesting when you think about it and you think about the work output needed to write a series or write a book or write all these different books together. I think the unknown and the uncertainty actually makes it so fascinating. The fact that you really don't know. You know, you see a name on the cover of the book. Did they write it all by themselves? Did they not? Who knows? It's great when the author can credit the person that wrote the book with them, if they did work with a ghostwriter, but it's not always the case. I think back to one of the books I ghost wrote, and it was a Wall Street Journal bestseller. And I was at the bookstore one day and I saw it on the shelf and I'm like, oh my gosh, I ghost wrote this book. It's on the bookstore shelf. It was such a cool feeling, but then I realized that there's probably only 5 people in the world that knew I ghost wrote that book. Maybe not even 5. There was very few people who even knew about it. My name wasn't anywhere on the book. It was fascinating to know. I kind of see behind the curtain now. I recognize, you think of the Wizard of Oz with the actual wizard behind the curtain pulling levers. And that's kind of what a ghostwriter is. They're behind the scenes. They're projecting this image of somebody else. You want it to be a realistic image, but it's interesting to think that there's all these people behind the scenes who are helping, and you really don't know. It's neat to think about the fact that books are written with the help of many people, that this seems like a lonely process and an individual process. And when you think about working with a ghostwriter, that ghostwriter can help an author bring out their story in the best form possible and the most powerful way. Ghostwriters work on so many different kinds of books and in so many capacities, and it's interesting to think about how a ghostwriter could help you write your book and the ways that you could work with a ghostwriter. Because of that perspective and because I wanted to help you, I actually recorded another video I really think you should check out. It's called 7 Critical Steps to Working with a Ghostwriter. In that video, I talk all about the mindset needed to work with a ghostwriter, the process that you should take as an author when interviewing potential ghostwriters, and how to make the most of your time, to make the collaboration meaningful. You don't want to see this collaboration fall off or be unfulfilling after all the effort and time and commitment, not only to the book, but to the process. So check out that video to learn all about the steps to working with a ghostwriter. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.